Okay, my session 5 practice. Haven't written anything down, but my week's been interesting. Okay, items incompletions. I'm still working on the incompletions that aren't complete yet. I know I haven't picked up anything else. So mainly I am, clearing out my house and putting things on eBay and stuff. So I have a whole bunch of stuff to put on eBay, and this'll either end with me getting everything sold or being happy warehousing things that don't get sold, or it'll end with me saying, screw it, I can't do any more of this, and just giving everything away. Okay, but it's in that compartment. It's out of my head most of the time, except when I'm working on it. And second practice, take actions in any area of life you've been avoiding acting on because of decisions or rules you have had about failing and about succeeding. So those have been, the main one is just boundaries. So I'm starting with easy. And easy is I have all the boundaries I want. I can do what I want to do. And when I don't want to do something, I just say I don't. So today I got a chance to be a liaison for my AA group, and I wanted to do it, but I knew I didn't want it. It was going to become an obligation way too fast. And first I made myself wrong, but then I remembered I'm already doing that practice of not making myself wrong. So whatever I'm doing, whatever way I'm doing it, it has to be right. Not that it works, it just has to be right. I'm doing it because I'm doing it. Because I can't make any distinctions unless I have an impact. The only thing I've ever been able to impact is my level of anger and resentment, which, it's one way to have no impact on anybody else, but it's killing me. So, right now I'm going to impact other people by being a shit sack and, not doing what they want unless I want to. So I had to say no to my AA group. And they're like, my mental health is number one, then Landmark. And I'm sorry I have to put it that way, but it just is, because it has to do with the other things that I commit myself to. Because I'm always overcommit myself, and then I either fail dramatically or I just kvetch constantly, and that's killing me. So, got to do it a different way. So I'm doing that a different way. And I love these little things, little tricks to help you free yourself from the rules you have about success. Yeah, you see, success is when everybody thinks the best of you. And even Lincoln said, he pretty much said, you can't do that all the time. It just doesn't happen. So why have all the disappointment? So I'm just limiting my disappointments. So there. Stand in the declaration that you're causing the matter of everything in your life. So I had a real mixed bag. The last couple days, I lost one of my earbuds once again because I left it in a pocket and said, no, it can't be in a pocket, without even looking in the pocket before throwing it in the laundry. Granted, Charlie had the laundry in the machine already, and he was doing it, and I was like, oh, quick, get clothes over, throw them in the laundry before they don't get washed, So, because I had just come back from the gym. And, no, I'd come back from hiking. So, that went another, this is probably the 6th earbud. And, they're not expensive earbuds. They're Pixel earbuds. They're not the most expensive, but they have features on them now that I, really like and I'm used to. So every time I buy another earplug, really moral of the story is buy your first pair of earbuds on earbuds on eBay, because Your second, third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth pairs will all be composed of earbuds that you lose and have to replace. So you might as well start with buying a replacement everything. And they're easy to recalibrate. And, well, anyway, I won't go on that. But, and also that I'm causing the matter of this dynamic of me not saying no. And I've begun to look at the far-reaching impact that has. And I do need to review that. But there's not a whole lot of good that's coming from this. So I'm going to be more aware of saying no and doing the right thing by saying no. Oh, yeah, and the persistence. Well, we don't have to go into that. I wrote. This got me. I know I'm going on, but what the hell? Okay, so this is my next thing. I got to thinking the other day about politics. Can you imagine what the world would be like if Adolf Hitler's political moves weren't, and his system of government and all that stuff, his ideas weren't called fascism. I mean, they weren't labeled, given a description, and rendered into a pretty permanent concept. And communism, Bolshevism, that kind of thing, wasn't either. What if we didn't call that? What if it was just what people did, and like the history of what people did and what happened? So would we free ourselves up from? There's only one choice about fascism, and it's related to the concept of good and evil. So I think that might not be working for us. And this causes like the labeling of people whose ideas are much more complex. I mean, it's just basically, it's like saying, well, we shouldn't kill 6 million Jews in concentration camps. Well, not all those people were even all that Jewish. I mean, how do you define? And it's like not that Judaism is a good or a bad thing, but for the sake of the subject, they're just people. So yeah, they have traditions. Everyone has traditions, but to declare that the Jewish people are really the fascists are ruining the world. I think it takes us away from what our responsibility is in all of it, the choices that we make, because we're definitely choosing the easy way out, but we're gonna die anyway. We're gonna die anyway. But well, that's about as far as I got with that conversation. And I'm just more aware of my responsibilities and my purpose in life. So I said no to something I needed to say no to, that I felt bad about saying no to and didn't want to say no to, but knew I had to. I did the right thing, and I forget whatever else the other thing was. And my earbud. Oh yeah, I was saying my earbud. So I'm sorry. I lost the earbud, and you know what? I got perfectly clear. Okay. In the past, it was, I'm responsible for this again. Fuck, god damn it, I'm so, I can't, how come I can't remember anything? Oh God. But, you know what? It's just the way it is. And, I can take responsibility by saying, I am not going to do this again. I'm going to find a way not to do this again. I'm going to check the pocket that I don't check. Next time I'm checking the pocket. Just little things, but if that's what you have to do in order to not just be negative and give up, well, probably you should do it. So I'm happy to say that this earbud has caused me the least aggravation of all the ones I've lost, and I'm getting really good at thinking of new ways to not lose them. Uh, oh, and I came up with another rule of success, and success is for people who do one thing really well, which is not really true. I just noticed that. Like, I have an attitude like, well, I do a lot of things and not very well, so I can't expect success. Anyway, I think I'll let us go on that note, and I hope it's already 10 minutes. Well, that's my 10 minutes. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. And oh, I can't wait. That was another thing. Just one more thing, okay? Maybe 13 minutes. But I got asked, because I did the right thing and took my posters, not because I was taking some posters out to post them at the racetrack about some local events, right? So I'm leaving with my car, and my friend, well, like my best friend in this area was at her car. She works as a steward, and I haven't seen her since last fall. So I stopped to say hi, and she's like, "Oh, you know what? I should ask you this. Would you want to substitute as a steward?" I said, "I don't have qualifications. They'd have to, by the way, like my continuing education is way out of date. I did it once, 2007. I haven't kept up." And she goes, "Well, Layman Eddie, some other guy who does it, he doesn't have any qualifications. There's a course you have to take now to be qualified to be a racing official, which means work in the office, the racing secretary's office, the breeder's office, the steward's office, all that stuff. You have to do the thing. Licensing office, record keeper, all kinds of bookkeeper, all that shit." So she goes, "Oh, nobody has that. So just come. I'll talk to the other two stewards about it." So she talks to the head state steward, and she would have been the head, but she opted not to, because then you have to work all winter, and she likes to go south. So I know that's a lot of story, but anyway, 12:20. Okay, so she asked him, and then I get a phone call, and it's her saying, "Hey, can you talk to Brett and Phil right now, the other two stewards?" Yeah. So then they had me come up last night and stay for the races, and in preparation for me to start substituting. So I'll take that. I'll take credit for that, because I have tried to get into racing at Mountaineer a half a dozen times, into the administrative offices, and they didn't want me. The horsemen's people didn't want me because I'm a racetracker. They wanted to hire someone off the track that wouldn't be partial to anybody, and the front side wouldn't hire me. She just didn't like me. So, and I mean that. So that's it. So that's new. Anyway, 13:20. I'm doing horrible, but I hope you watched. Okay, bye.